Well, I have an idea of when this class will return to normal. Well, I don't know about that. But let's see. First of all, let's look at a calendar, a very low-tech calendar. Today is February 10th, and I'm going to work the review sheet today for your first test. That test is a college algebra test. Normally I say give me a couple of hours after you've taken the test, and you'll be able to see your grade. Let's say wait until Thursday. By Thursday it'll be posted under grade book on Pearson MyLab. It'll show just like this. There's 20 questions. I've already taken the test and made 100, so I put my score in for illustration purposes. Now, the online quiz that you take at home, you have 2 chances to do that, and I've mentioned that before. That's determining your intermediate algebra grade. If you look at the show calculations, what Pearson is doing to get this overall college algebra grade. This one right here is the college algebra grade. It's taking your homework average, and once you take the test, it'll take those 2 things, add them up, divide by 2. I've taken the quiz and I've made 100 on it, but this 100 does not affect this average right here. Okay, that's only the intermediate algebra. So at this point, I have a 95.19 in college algebra and a 100 average on intermediate algebra. Well, we don't put numbers, we just put letters, so A's in both. Let's see, let me clear this. Once again, show the calculation. What it's doing at this point, it takes your homework average and that first test. And again, you won't have a first test showing, normally I grade them immediately after class, but immediately after class I'm heading up to San Antonio, MD Anderson. My brother and I will grade them together up there. And so that's what I'm saying. Wednesday night or Thursday.
That I'm taking, it's been over a week and my test's still up.
Oh, it's a matter of pride. I've never not got the grades posted the day that a student took the test. Okay, so we're going to be trying, my brother too. So we're going to be trying to get these graded and posted here Wednesday. Okay, but it might not be until Thursday morning, but we'll try. But notice, you just take the homework average, my test grade, add it up, divide by 2, 95.185, well, they round to 2 digits, so 95.19. This 100 quiz doesn't affect it. If you look at all of this stuff over here, don't bother, okay? That's the little trick that we do to make this quiz not count at all in this college algebra average. I remember once right before we started teaching these blended courses, my brother one morning told me, I had a dream, I know how we can do it so that the quiz average doesn't affect this. And then once he said it, it seemed incredibly obvious, but just recently my boss asked, how the heck do we do that? And we went ahead and told him. And so how do we do what? How do we make sure this is just the college algebra grade and that the intermediate algebra grade isn't affecting? Okay? So, there.
So the intermediate is just quiz?
Just the quiz average. Or, if this had been higher, I suppose you have a 0 quiz average and a 95 college algebra, then you've got the 95. Okay? Your intermediate algebra grade is the higher of either the quiz average or the college algebra grade. Okay? Now, let's see. So, did I go through this? Review today, test on Wednesday. You'll come in, I'll hand you a test that looks, flip back over here. Looks like this, okay, except there'll be 20 problems, and you write your answer in the blank. Let me make sure that that's clear. You write one letter in the blank. I grade one letter. I don't grade two letters. If you put two letters in the blank, then I'm just going to mark it off and go on. Okay? You have a 25% chance at guessing. Okay? Unless you write two letters in the blank. Then you have a 100% chance it's wrong. Okay? I'm going to grade the letter in the blank, not the circled letter. Okay? You can't write one answer here and then circle a different letter and tell me choose the right one. No. You get one guess. Okay? Also, these instructions up here, in the unlikely event that the correct answer does not appear, write E for none of the listed answer choices. None of the above multiple choice math tests are actually very difficult. Okay? Because if you don't get the answer, oh wait, did I mess up or is it none of the above? I'm going to make it easy for you. It is extremely rare for there to ever be an E. It's so rare that before you write E as an answer, you come up here, or if you don't want to, just raise your hand or call out and ask me, is there an E? At that point, I'll be like, I'll go and speak to you. Which one do you think is an E? And you can point to it, and I'll be like, 99.99% of the time, I'll look at the problem. I either have to write it out or do it in my head. No. And then I'll say, no, there's no E. Okay? It is very rare. So if you want to guess, don't guess E. There's almost a 100% chance that's wrong. Also, don't put two or three letters in the blank for me to figure out or choose the one that's correct. Okay?
Question. Do you grade how we got the answer?
No, I'm grading the letter in the blank. Okay? Another question. What about a calculator? Well, I sort of assume you have a calculator. The syllabus talks about which calculators you cannot use. A TI-89 is one that you can't use. One that says CAS, which stands for Computer Algebraic System, you cannot use. Okay? Otherwise, you can use it. There's an 83, 84. As long as it's not one where you type in the problem and it gives you the answer. Okay? If there's one where you can type factor x squared plus 5x plus 6, and it goes parentheses x plus 2, close parentheses, x plus 3. Or if it's one where you type in the quadratic equation and it gives you the answer -3 plus minus square root of 7 all over 4. Those are the ones you cannot use. Okay? It is very rare to have one of those without knowing it. Okay? Besides the fact that they're very pricey, you don't accidentally buy one of those. Okay? If the only the calculator you have is one on your phone, then as long as you're sitting there right up in front where I can see that you're not taking the pictures and using, what is that thing called, that app? What is it? Huh? Math? There's one I was thinking of where you take the picture and hit enter or whatever or solve and it gives you the answer. There's an app free out there. I had it on my phone for a little while and then decided I don't need that. Okay? But I just had it because a student showed it to me. Okay? But I think I've said everything I need to do before I start working out this review sheet. Okay? I think I'll have time to get it all done. If I don't, well, I think here's also something I'm going to do. I'm going to start it. I'm going to be recording it as I go through, and I'm just going to go, which means I'm not taking a break unless I need a break. until I'm finished. If you need a break, okay. Speaking of that, here's the roll sheet. I forgot to pass it around. So it's two-sided. Hopefully everyone's name is on there. Okay.